In a peaceful forest lived an unusual pair of best friends. Bruno the bear, big and gentle, and Lumi the deer, swift and graceful. They were different in almost every way, yet never spent a day apart. Lumi often said, "Bruno, when you're with me, I feel whole." Bruno would smile warmly. "Lumi, you're wonderful on your own." But as winter crept in, the wind grew sharp, and the sky turned silver. Bruno's hibernation time had arrived. On the first snowy day, he gathered soft dry grass in his cave and lay down. "Lumi, it's time for me to sleep for the winter," he said quietly. "Then I'll sleep too," Lumi replied. "I can't imagine winter without you." But winter sleep was something a deer simply couldn't do. As night fell, the cave grew freezing cold. Lumi's stomach grumbled loudly. No matter how close he stayed to Bruno, he couldn't fall asleep. Soon, Lumi's eyes filled with tears. "Why can't I be like you, Bruno? Maybe I'm just not a good friend." Bruno, already deep in slumber, couldn't answer. Lumi slowly stepped outside into the snowy forest. The cold bit into his legs, and hunger made him weak. Each step felt heavier than the last. "Bruno doesn't need me, but I can't even make it through one night alone. I must be such a disappointing friend." As Lumi curled up beneath a tree and cried, a gentle mountain dove flew down. "Lumi, why are you weeping? My best friend Bruno is hibernating and I can't follow him. I feel like I'm not enough." The dove tilted her head. "Lumi, you're a deer. Bruno is a bear. Being friends doesn't mean you must live the same way. Two different creatures can still be precious to each other." Lumi blinked, surprised. "But Bruno sleeps fine without me." "That's just his nature," said the dove. "But during all the other seasons, do you know how much joy you brought him?" Lumi realized something he had never admitted. He wasn't sad because he couldn't sleep. He was sad because he was afraid of the time apart. The next morning, Lumi made a decision. He created a little spot outside Bruno's cave, and came every day to tell stories, sing softly, and wait for spring. At the same time, he learned to survive winter in his own way. Digging through snow for bark, finding warm corners of the forest, and whispering to the moon each night, "I'm not lacking, we're just walking through winter differently." Then one gentle spring morning, a long yawn echoed from the cave. "Yawn, Lumi? Are you there?" Lumi sprang to his feet. "Bruno, you're awake." Bruno stretched his heavy limbs and nuzzled Lumi's head fondly. "Thanks to your stories, it was the warmest sleep I've ever had." Lumi's eyes sparkled. "So I wasn't a bad friend after all?" Bruno hugged him with his great fluffy arms. "Lumi, you were never lacking. Our differences are what make us perfect friends."